Hello, David. Right, sorry to trouble you, but just got a bit of a glitch here, which I'm not too sure is what's going on. Obviously, I've wired all this in. I know it looks a bit of a mess, but, I'm just trying to get this to work before I tidy it up. I've put one of those little green LED momentary switches in there. You can see that. Obviously, I've got the hold and power down, which is all fine. 5 seconds, and it switches off, and then powering up, it comes on all right. Obviously, off the wires for the switch up there, I've gone straight into your switch leads into your module, so the switch goes straight out of there, and then the power out to the game, I've wired the positive directly into the positive terminal, which is this one on the chemo. So I'm pretty confident that's all fine. The only thing I'm not sure about, which may be interfering, is I've obviously had to wire the green LED into the game as well. So I haven't taken the green LED off the battery. I've taken it off that same feed which goes down to the chemo. So obviously when you switch it off, the green LED turns off. Now, with the chemo set at its minimum setting, which I think is a 2-second ring, if I click, and you can see by just looking at the LEDs on the chemo down here, sorry, it's all a bit of a mess. So once I touch it, that's fine. I get the LED and the bell sound. If I leave it for about 2 or 3 seconds, it rings again fine. Now, what's happening is if I press it and then touch it again, something's not recharging in the system to reset. So it means, and then repeated touches just don't do anything, even when the chemo is reset. You can see that it's a much shorter ring. It should be, if I leave it for a few seconds, it should be like that, a good sort of 1 second ring. That's what normally happens, obviously, with a standard switch in it without this module. So again, that's fine. But if it's a repeat touch, they do several, you can see that it's turning the chemo on, but it's not powering the game as far as the LED and the bell are concerned. Again, leave it for a few seconds, it will ring out, but it's not a full 2-second ring. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think for this one, because it's urgent, I've got to send it to America. I'm going to revert to just the red toggle switch and pull your module out. But I'm going to also set up a test circuit and give it back to you just to see if we can iron out why that would happen. I need to get you a chemo switch and everything so you can run some tests. But what we're looking for is a solid 1.5 second ring. Whether they touch it once and then they don't touch it for another 10 seconds or something, that's fine. But if they touch it once and then touch it immediately again, you're just getting a pulse. You're not getting the full ring out. Something to think about. Anyway, I don't think, obviously, I can send this to America in its current state because it's not going to work correctly. It may be something to do with the way I've wired the LED, so I'll let you just quickly think about that if you get a chance to look at this tonight. Thank you. Bye.